Right, a little bit of a different video for us today. So we've got employees, and picture the scene. It's 11:45 at night, my phone starts ringing, and it's from Lewis. And he's rang me and said, we've got a problem. Now this problem is sweeping the nation, and it's absolutely disgraceful. And as you can imagine, my heart starts to race, thinking, what the hell is going on? And you've guessed it, the van's been turned over once again. This is the 5th time now this has happened for the GHC, and we're now going to go over to Lou, and because now it's the morning, as you can imagine, we're going to go over. I'm going to take you through what's happened. Not happy. I'm not a happy boy. It just hacks me off, massively hacks me off, of how there doesn't seem to be any repercussions for these scumbags who do this. I don't understand how there's no, you never hear, this is what really, here we go, I can feel it coming now. You never hear of anyone getting sentenced from this. You don't ever hear of any form of punishment whatsoever. It's classed almost like as a victimless crime, is what we got told before on it. I mean, how they worked that one out is beyond me, and it's beyond me. So let's jump to site and go and see what's happened. Okay, so I'm literally just pulling up, and Lou is just standing there. So turn this off, and she stopped. So this is something that is a huge problem. Now you can say, people on here can say, yeah, it's because you're on YouTube. It's nothing to do with that. It really has no, I mean, I've showed videos in the back of my van, all sorts of stuff. Same with the rest of the lads. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. This is a massive scale problem across the whole of the UK, and not every tradesperson, guess what, is on social media. So it isn't that. And I understand why you think that, but it isn't. This is, so Lou had gone round to his partner's house, and you could say wrong place, wrong time. He got disturbed. He'd been working really hard, he'd been getting up really early, going off to site, and his partner got woke up to the alarm going off in the van. She's run downstairs, Lou's quickly followed behind, and they've jumped outside, and there's a car there. They jumped in the car and sped off. That could have gone a completely different way. But thankfully, I can replace tools, I can replace those. I can't replace people, and it's simple as that. So I'm going to go and show you the state of his van. Right, so here is the van of dreams, and yeah, brilliant. So what the chimps have done, they've peeled that back, and then they've got into the lock mechanism here and then popped it open. But they've trashed the van now. So as soon as they've done that, they've gained entry and completely stripped everything out. So just like I say, just spoke to Lou. Lou's just there. He's actually, bless him, he's still cracking on with work, getting on with what he can. And it just drives me mad. So they've even got emptied all the boxes and just grabbed the power tools, left all the boxes on the floor. I know obviously they disturbed them. And they stripped all the kit out, and that's it. Luckily enough, they didn't take the mixer. And that's probably more so that they disturb them, so they didn't do it. But now this is what it leads to. So this is a huge problem now, huge problem for us as a business and Lewis. So we've now got to sort out all the insurance for this. We've now got to sort all the repairs out. He's now driving around with a van that is not secure, so we might as well bash all that back in and make it look less like a shark's attacked it. What I don't understand, looking at this now, right, so that plate there, why on earth that doesn't get welded to this piece? Because that's obviously your thin steel. I think it's only a couple of, I think it's 3mm, the exterior skin, but that's a lot thicker steel. Why, if that was welded on there, that's another layer of protection. I don't understand why they don't do that from the factory. They bend that over, weld it to that, and then that will stop, unless it's part of like the lock carrier or something, I don't know. But it's just so soul destroying. And the value of tools that have gone, I'm going to try and work it out for you. Like I say, towards the end of the video, we'll try and work out how much this has actually cost for just the tools stolen, and then we'll get on to the cost of all the repair work for all that, not to mention the stress that it's put Lewis under. Obviously now he's now got the anxiety of that. Everywhere he parks his van in the evenings, that's all going to go. You know, for him and his partner as well, that ain't on. I mean, Lou's works hard. You've been with us for how many years now, Lou? Too many? Yeah, too many. Too many years, and he's got to sort all this out. It does my nutting. So I've jumped back in the van. I'm just going to go and get in some more parts and bits like that for this job. It just, I mean, I'm trying to play it down a little bit for Lou, because obviously, speaking to Lou privately, the stress that's put him under, he said I didn't get to sleep till 4 this morning because I was consciously then worried about the van, that they're going to come back, and they're going to come back. Although they've nicked everything apart from the mixer, but he had nowhere to keep it. So the lad's knackered, and he's still trying to crack on and all the rest of it. And I'll go through some of the list. So let me just get going, and we'll go through some of the list of what's been nicked. Right, so in there, we have got all your standard power tools that we all need to do our day-to-day jobs. So we've got like SDSs, screw guns, we've got the steel saw, all these bits for a lad like Lou to get his job done, all gone. And it's not so much that, because obviously I've personally had stuff stolen before, you know, and it's the anxiety that people don't realise. Every time you hear a noise outside your house, you're constantly looking at going, oh, someone's at my van, someone's at my van, someone's at my van. It's almost like a PTSD type situation. Obviously, I know, so Lewis has been our apprentice from day one, and I know how this is going to affect him from a mental side of point of view. He'll be questioning himself, as we all have who have been in this situation. Why me? Why me? Why my van? Why not somebody else's? Are they targeting me? And this is what really, I can't swear because obviously I don't swear on the channel, but this is what really hacks me off, that there's no repercussions. Now, when I had some kit stolen last time, I was personally down £10,000 on one hit. One hit, 10 grand. That is enough to sink businesses. And I know people go, oh, you're insured. No, most tradespeople aren't insured for this. They aren't insured because they cannot get the insurance to cover the tools that have been stolen. And even if you do get some cover, it definitely will not cover the amount that has been stolen. That's fact. It's not that we you know, you're making up for this. Why should we be paying money out again for when this happens? It's just beyond me. when's it going to change? That's the thing for me. When is this going to change? When are manufacturers going to do more? That's another thing. When are manufacturers going to look at things and go, hey, we need to step up our security? Like we've said before, I spoke to other lads to do with this, if the manufacturers made a security pack that put everything on, everything you can possibly think of, I guarantee that people will go, yeah, do you know what, we'll have that, and spread it across your finance agreement. Because you would, wouldn't you? So now we've got to sort out the van, repairs, the hire van, tool replacement, loss of time, stress, sign writing, insurance. We're going to lose no claims for the insurance now. So that's going to have a knock-on continuing down the road. All through no fault of our own. And it's a victimless crime. Work that out. So obviously you can see I've jumped back into the office after I've just, like you say, put my arm around Lou and say, look, hey, it's fine, we'll sort it. So I've just done a quick breakdown on costs of what I think this is going to cost. So we've got to replace the steel saw, that's 850 quid. So the various power tools, so the SDS, you've got multi-tool, skill saw, chasers, screw guns, the list goes on and on. So I estimate that by the time you try and buy a multi-pack kit and all the rest of it, it's probably going to cost about £2,200, something like that. You've got your insurance excess, again, £500 straight away on that. The cost of time to sort that out. Now, obviously, Lou has to have time off to making these phone calls, constantly going through the insurance, arranging for the vans to be picked up, to get the hire van dropped off. I believe that with Lewis's insurance, he should be getting a hire van, so okay, that's great, but he's still got to have time out of work to go and sort that out. So that's going to have to go and pick them up, drop them off, all the excesses and stuff that are going on with that, which is a headache. And then I don't even know how we're going to quantify the cost of the loss of no claims, because we all know with insurance now, who knows? It could be hundreds of pounds, it could be thousands of pounds. I don't know. So I haven't got a figure to that. So just on the stuff I've mentioned, we're already down £3,830 before we even do anything. And that is a massive amount of money. Yes, obviously we are going to help Lewis out. This is nothing this is family. We run the company as a family business, but it absolutely sucks. Now, the biggest thing for me is how can you put a price on the trauma it causes? To me, that's priceless. That is absolutely priceless. There's no amount of money is going to change the feeling that Lewis is now going to continuously have. Is my van okay? Is it safe? Am I going to get robbed tonight? Where shall I park the van? What have I done? Have I locked it? Have I locked the doors? Have I put the deadlocks on? Have I done all these things? And that all comes from some scumbags breaking into the van, taking it away. Now, Lou was saying that he was shouting obviously at the people stealing it, but at the end of the day, they're not come to get into your van with a bar of chocolate, are they? They're tooled up. I don't want him to get into altercations, because ultimately, don't get me wrong, Lou can look after himself, but hey, I can't replace him as a person. So I know this is a video that's completely off tangent to our normal content, and I get it, but so many tradespeople watch these videos, and we've all been affected by this or you definitely know someone who has been affected by their tools being stolen, their livelihood, their ability to put food on the table, and yet again, we're another victim of that particular crime. So all I can ask for you to do is make sure you keep all your kits safe, keep vigilant, report the crimes, do what we can do to keep getting these stats through. And if this video has resonated with you one tiny bit, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Because believe it or not, obviously the more that this gets watched and all the rest of it, we do get, obviously, as we all know, we get ad revenue and all the rest of it, and it will help go towards funding some of this loss that we've got. And I do genuinely really, really appreciate it anyway, regardless of that. If you're a subscriber to the channel, already an existing subscriber, I genuinely appreciate everything that you do to join this this community that we're building. And on that note, thank you very much for watching, and we will see you on the normal, happier, go lucky channel as we normally are. And let's not let these scumbags win.